going to have a word now with Jenson Button, waiting to have a chat to us down in the pits. Hi, Jenson. A nice smile on your face. I mean, starting down in 18th as you did and finishing up 5th. I mean, that's not a bad afternoon's work.
I think it was a bit more luck than judgment on the first corner. But I suppose I was in the right place at the right time, and I think I came out about 7th, so it wasn't a bad start. And then at the pit stops, the team did a great job to get me in front of Salo and Herbert, just for Villeneuve to come out in front of me after his stop. So it was good to finish 5th, and it's also good to get some points after such a long time. The last Grand Prix was Silverstone, so it's good to be back up there and joint with Frentzen on points.
Sure, well, you finished 5th as well at Silverstone, didn't you? What happened to you during that accident that took Schumacher out of the race then?
I couldn't really see that much because there was so much smoke. I don't know if it was tyre smoke or what, but I just kept on the inside, sat behind Johnny, and we were able to come through it. There was cars all over the place though. We just had to dodge them. It was like dodgems. It was crazy, but we just about got through. And then I had my own little excursion towards the end of the race, but I've told Frank and Patrick I did that on purpose to make it a bit more interesting. I think they were getting bored in the garages.
It was a tough car to drive, that Williams, wasn't it, towards the end of the race?
After the pit stop, sorry, the second stint, it was quite tail endy, as you probably noticed. But we still finished 5th, so it's not really the problem. Obviously, we've got to do a lot of testing before Hockenheim to get it back on the pace. But I'm looking forward to it, and it's BMWs and Ralph's home circuit, so hopefully we can get a good result there.
Murray alluded to a little conversation that Frank Williams had with you yesterday. Without asking you to give away any trade secrets, of course, he wouldn't do that. Just give us an indication of what the tone of the conversation with Frank, could you?
Just a friendly little chat, really. Obviously, we're both very busy on the weekends, so it's good to talk now and again. It was just a reassurance, really. Obviously, nothing's been decided for my future next year, and it was just a reassurance, really. And don't worry about it, and do your best this weekend. That's all I can do. Friendly and encouraging, was it? Oh, definitely. We had a good chat, not just about racing, about other things as well. So I think we're all in good spirit now, especially after today's result. And from your point of view, Jenson, we're sort of at a half-term stage in the Formula One season anyway. If you were making your own report, what sort of marks would you give yourself so far? What sort of comments would you make? Sort of comments? Do another start like this one, but I don't think that's going to happen, and hopefully I won't be that far back next time. I'm happy, definitely, to be on 5 points after half season. The same as Frentzen and the Jordans, so it's good. I'm very happy. Obviously, we've had some bad races as well. But I suppose you have the bad with the good, and just hopefully my bad luck's out of the way now, and we can just concentrate on getting good results and learning the circuits as well still. So it's not too bad. Tony Jardine's here. He just wants a word with you in a moment. But before I sort of shut up here, I mean, can you give us any indication at all about your future, about where you're going to be driving next season? I haven't got a clue. Hopefully here, but we'll see what happens. We'll see in the next. Okay, thanks, Jenson. Here's Tony.
Jenson, also, you were ahead of Ralph most of this weekend. You must be very pleased with that. That's progress, isn't it?
Sorry, I've lost you a bit. The engine started. But no, it's been a good weekend for both of us, I think. Ralph had a few problems on Friday testing, but no, we've been pretty close, and it's good to be on Ralph's pace again. And it's good for both of us because we can both push the car to the limits and try our different ways. And it's been good. We've worked well together this weekend, and it's good to get some points. I mean, Ralph wasn't able to due to the start, but I think he would have done a good job as well. Thanks, Jenson. As always, we appreciate you joining us, and of course we're watching you very closely no matter what happens next season. Thanks very much indeed. Thank you. Right, Martin Brundle, let's go back to this race. A little comment on that young man. I mean, starting from where he did, and they'd had a pretty miserable old time until the race, haven't they, Williams? He did the business this afternoon, didn't he? Yeah, he kept his head, didn't he, in difficult circumstances. Then put a good race in, made one small mistake, which he's able to have a grin about afterwards. But otherwise, it was good. I mean, obviously, BAR managed to get Villeneuve out in front of him. Otherwise, I think he could have had a pretty solid 4th place.